How's it going, everyone? Andy here from 4K Downtime, back at you with another 4K news. So Nintendo have just announced the PAX East, their lineup of titles that they're going to be bringing to the event. Now, this selection to me this year is actually a bit surprising, and you probably know why once I tell you the titles. So we've got Yoshi's Crafted World, we've got Dragon Quest Builders 2, Mortal Kombat 11, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, and there's going to be a wide variety of indie titles. They didn't give a list of names of the games that's going to be there for indie, so that's all nice and well. But if you look at all the titles that I've actually just mentioned, one thing you might have noticed already is that between all of these titles, only one of them is a first-party title by Nintendo. The others are all third-party games, and I'm kind of glad for this shift, because when it comes to third-party games, yeah, like even in past Nintendo consoles, I've always felt like Nintendo didn't really give these third-party titles enough exposure, to generate enough excitement for people to feel like, oh, you know what, these third-party games are also on Nintendo consoles and I might actually want to buy them. But with the way they're lined up for PAX, it seems like they are trying to give these third-party titles a time to shine on a Nintendo platform. Like Mortal Kombat 11, whenever you mention Mortal Kombat 11 right now, yeah, people are just like, oh my god, I'm getting it on PS4, I'm getting it on Xbox One, but nobody really talk about the Switch version. So hopefully, with it being playable at PAX East, yeah, it will also be the very first time we've actually see how it looks like, how it runs, does it comes with everything as well, just much like how the Doom game, despite having the frame rate cut in half and the resolution not as good, it's still the full package. Hopefully MK11 is also that as well, so I'm really excited to see how that game performs, because on my top 10 most anticipated games for 2019 for Switch, MK11 was number 9, so I'm really excited for it, but I just wanted to see how the Switch version performs. Dragon Quest Builder 2 is another good one, so I haven't really played too much of the first one, but with this second one, I have heard from what I've seen as well at the moment, yeah, it seems like it's everything the first game is, and a lot more. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is one game that I have been waiting for years now, and it does feel like years because it has been in development for that long. But the last showing of in the Nintendo Direct, yeah, I'm kind of thinking, alright, you know what, it seems to be getting there more and more, hopefully seeing how it performs on the Switch and everything. This is one game that I'm probably going to get on the Switch anyway. I bought Curse of the Moon for the Switch, so there's no reason why this one I'm going to buy on all the other consoles. But yeah, I'm a big Castlevania fan, and this one seems like a spiritual successor to Symphony of the Night, because you kind of tell in the title, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Hellblade, it's also another one that I do want to see how it actually looks and plays, because I've already seen it in action on the PS4 a few times, but judging by, again, footage from the last Nintendo Direct, it seems to be a pretty faithful port, but I just kind of want to see it in off-camera mode, just to see how it really performs in portable mode as well as on the TV. Again, that footage from the Nintendo Direct looked convincing, but I just want to see it a little bit more. And then finally we got Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster, which is the Assassin's Creed game that I really just don't care, because when it comes to Assassin's Creed 3, I played it back during on the PS3 and everything, and it was pretty buggy, at least the version that I've played, and I've pretty much didn't find it all that great, at least back then. Maybe if I play it now, I don't know, my opinion could change, because maybe I just didn't give it enough time back then. But this was definitely not the remaster that I personally wanted, although I do understand why they're doing it, because obviously they did the Ezio collection. It makes sense to do this one, then hopefully that they will do Black Flag soon. Black Flag is hands down my favorite Assassin's Creed game. Maybe it's because it's the Assassin's Creed game that felt the least Assassin's Creed-ish, because the pirate setting, I love the pirate setting, I love the main character as well, Edward, I believe that's his name. But yeah, so if they release that one, I'll definitely be on board. But with this one, I'm not really that excited for in any way. I don't even really plan on buying it. But I am interested to see how well it performs, because when it was in that Nintendo Direct footage, it looks like it have a very hard time running on the Switch. I don't understand why, but hopefully that footage that we've seen on the Nintendo Switch at the time during the Direct was just very earlier on, and hopefully now it's actually running a lot more stable. But we'll just have to wait and see. But other than that, I just love how Nintendo now is just really trying to push third-party games. Hopefully they'll do that with Crash Team Racing as well, or whatever big third-party games they've got, like Doom Eternal. Hopefully they will really try to push that and just let everybody outside know that, hey, these big third-party games, we're getting it as well. And you know, of course, you could go with either the smoother frame rate and just better looking graphic version, or if you're okay just to play a game that's perfectly playable on our platform, but of course we offer the portability, because that's the one thing that Nintendo is consistently been pushing in the advertisement, is the fact that there are so many ways you could play your games on our system. So yeah, I'm just kind of glad that to see Nintendo is giving third party some highlights on the PAX East event, because when I saw this list I was literally quite shocked that, oh, Yoshi's Crafted World is the only first party title there. Like, you know, all of the other time it's being given to third party. And the same thing could also go to April and May as well when it comes to releases. April and May, there's no Nintendo first party titles whatsoever. It's just mostly consists of third party games. There's literally no Nintendo first party release during April and May, and I don't think any of the other games like Daemon X Machina or Marvel Ultimate Alliance will be in any of those 2 months, just purely because of the fact that granted they haven't got a release date yet, but I don't think they will be released that early, because if you look through April as well as, like, you know, May as well, you've got Darksiders, you've got Final Fantasy X, X-2, as well as Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age, along with Saints Row as well as Guilty Gear, of course Mortal Kombat as well, and Sonic Team Racing. So it just seems to me that these 2 months Nintendo is dedicated, like, you know, here's like for third parties, like, you know, any third parties that wants to like, you know, sell their game, like, you know, these are the 2 months to go for. But of course, like, you know, going in from June, that's basically where Nintendo's bringing out their big guns, and hopefully all the other titles that is releasing from June to December won't get too overshadowed by their first party titles. But again, we just have to wait and see. But as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment and subscribe. This is Andy from 4K Downtime signing off.